It's good to have calipers because you can use the calipers to measure your crank or your bearings and then measure your case to figure out exactly how much you need to take off to make the object fit. The only problem with this is I don't like plastic. On a lighter note, tomorrow is the 25th, and you know what that means. It means that Dead Space 2 is coming out, and I got my copy ordered. Dead Space is great. I love first-person shooters. Dead Space 2, I even got the special introductory rivet gun. So, I'm going to do a special on the new Dead Space. I don't play very well because my reflexes aren't that good, but I love to play. And that is just a great game. And here I've used the calipers, which come out to about 80 millimeters. Of course, you've got to do that all the way around the case as I'm getting closer to my final fit. And as I pull on the calipers, since they're plastic, they can go in and out within 10,000ths, and that bothers me. And here's some of the parts that I've used in building this. These are the dummy bearings here. You can they still have grease in them. And my washers. And this is another really neat thing I got from VT. This is it's a rear pulley, but it has bearings that fit in a channel all the way around here, and then it's got the steel ring that fits on it. That way your spring does not stick in one place and load up on launch. And that's really a nice thing. And I don't know if they sell those, but you can ask for that too. Then we have my other special bearings that fit on the 52.5 millimeter crank. We have the piston. Then the pistons, the bottom skirts have to be modified so they don't hit the cylinder top, or not cylinder, so they don't hit the crank weight wheels or the aluminum in the cases. This is a 54 millimeter air-cooled cylinder. This is a 28 millimeter Mikuni. This is a really cool looking plastic cover I got. Steve sent me that. He got it for a promo, and he sent it to me. I mean, he's just such a great guy. Such a great... I mean, just good people to deal with. You don't see that often in business anymore. And here's where I've started to do my blocking on the cases. And these pictures are not always in order because I did them a few years ago and I never planned to show them to anybody. And you can see where this is where one of the bolt holes right here has been channeled out, and here's where the other side of it is eaten through. Now let me explain to you right now what I did to fix this. Now like I said, there are three bolt holes that generally go from here all the way to here and lock it in. You can't do it because there's no meat to grab it on. What I did is I drilled all the way through the case, okay, underneath the intake and right behind the variator. Okay, I drilled a hole. Then what I did is I stuck a longer bolt all the way through. I made sure that the bolt was underneath the aluminum or just lower so that the crank wouldn't hit it. And I put it through and I used one nut, and then I used another nut on top of that to lock it in. Those were, and I did that on 3 bolts, because we have to keep this area right along here airtight. And with all that power that the crankshaft is putting out, you can't have any loose ends. You've got to do everything as professionally and as good as you can get. And here's one of the bolt dealies I used on the oil thing. I don't use that anymore. I don't need to. I just lock it in with Loctite. And of course, some of the pictures aren't as some of them are a little bit. They're a little bit rough. And you can see this is the shaved side of the piston, of the bearing. I'm sorry, it's getting late, I'm getting tired. And you can either put that on the bottom of the race or the top, doesn't matter. I think I put it on the bottom myself. That means that this side up here went on the bottom there. When I put them in, I can't remember exactly. But I had a real lot of fun making it. There's your stock oil pump right there, which goes right in here. Now you can see what I've done here on this to pull this oil plug out. I've gone with my little Dremel and taken off the JB weld that was on top. I put in a little bolt. There's a hole in there, a threaded hole. And then I've just pulled it all the way out. And you can see where this goes down in here. And if you ever go to build one of these, or if you need some reference, just go ahead and go through my videos and see if you can help, because I don't know how long I'm going to make videos anymore. I'm 50 years old, and like I said, I'm not 17. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I just want to share my work with the world, and for all the guys out there that don't have a father, they don't have an older brother, to show them how to do this. Because when I was growing up, life wasn't easy for me, and there wasn't a father to show me all this. So I know what it's like to be alone, and you're trying to save face, and you're trying to be a real tough guy, and you don't want to ask any questions that look stupid. But so just look at the videos, and if they help you, then God bless.